I'm Lynn.
And I'm Leo. Welcome back to Yoga with Lynn and Leo.
And welcome to our tutorial on Marichyasana 1 forward bend. So we're revisiting this pose. This is really for students who have been practicing for a little while, who don't really necessarily need the supports underneath the buttocks.
Yes, so these deep forward bend series, they're for the more intermediate student rather than for the beginner student. And if you're still a beginner, go back and have a look at the beginners series at our various hips series. They will help you get the actions.
Yes, definitely, most definitely. So hopefully you're on your mat, sitting in a good Dandasana. You can see that Leo's pulling the buttock flesh away. So this is really key so that we make space for the ball and socket joint to be able to manoeuvre. It needs to manoeuvre in all different directions when we practice yoga. So we start off in a really good Dandasana. So the hands are to the hips, slightly back, so that you get this chest opening action. So again, this is very important. So just taking a few moments of creating space and extension is really key. So first of all, we're going to come to the right side. So this would mean bending your left leg. So when you bend your left leg, you come into the Marichyasana action and you take the heel towards the buttock. And what tends to happen for a lot of people when you're not using support is that that buttock will lift up. So don't worry about the lifting of the buttock. What we want to do is to create the access in the groin so that you can still maintain that upward action. So extending your left arm and hand up. So you're going to reach to the outer foot bone. Now this acts as a fulcrum. So this is a little bit challenging for you at this moment in time. You can hold on to the shin, or you can see, as Leo said, go back to some of the beginner's instructions. So hold on to the foot in this position. You can see here that Leo is extending her arm, but also bringing the ribs around, so those left ribs towards the thigh. But one of the key things at this stage now is to go into the lower abdominal area and see that you get a center of direction. And what that means to say is that the lower abdomen, which is the pubic plate region, moves towards the spine, because it's only this action that will help you to create the space in the side waist to be able to come forward. So now we're going to come into the holding action. So taking the left arm around the frontal shin, coming around, you can see how the arm needs to rotate, and then holding, clasping either the palms or the wrists. So you find here that there is a little bit of a lift here for Leo still, in terms of coming forward and coming into the full extension. So even if Leo put her head down, she comes down nicely, but actually it needs to come forward a little bit more. So how you work in this way is to unfold your arms and then reach the hand again. Now lift on purpose that left buttock and reach the hamstrings back towards the mat behind and reach forward even more. Yes, reach forward. So it's a lift and ignite those body groins. So right on that inner thigh region, you lift again and you move those groins right back, right back. Now you can see where Leo is, she's lower, and from here you reach those palms. So this is, don't forget, this is only a way of practicing. There's many ways of practicing, yes. And then you continue to extend forward along your leg if you're able to, coming into Marichyasana 1. So we're going to have another go on the other side, straighten the legs so you can feel that action of flow that comes into the body. and bending your right leg this time. So again, lifting up, being aware of that extension, rolling your shoulders back and down, reaching up with your right arm, and see that you reach forward. So this is really quite a strong extension. So we'll go straight into the subtle action now of working, lifting that back buttock, and see that you move the sides of the pubic plate very deeply into the body and lifting all the while, pulling on the leg and extending forward, lifting the buttock and reaching back. I want to see the size of the pubic plate work. So really sometimes we have to break the habit of stiffness, not being aggressive in any way, but coming to that edge and seeing if there's any way we can create that space. So please do not push through the boundaries when you haven't provided the right environment and the right space for this action. Once you've finished your preparations, then you come around and then you catch. And eventually you catch your wrists and you grip the body so that actually there's a narrowness that comes in with the leg moving into the side and the extension in the front of the body. Always remembering to go back to the different areas from the very foundations, making sure that that straight leg is absolutely pushing down so strongly. And just taking soft breaths. And then releasing out of the pose. So hopefully you enjoyed some of the instruction in Marichyasana 1. There's a lot of instruction, and really, as I said before, and this is something we both say continuously, as much as it is repetitive practice, you can't rush it.
Absolutely. So don't force anything, let the body dictate how swiftly you go into these poses and how far.
Definitely.
So thank you for joining us today. If you like the video, please do click on the like button and subscribe to our channel if you're enjoying working with us.
Namaste.
Namaste.